Yeah, time out.
Yeah.
Get a drink of water.
Out there, you go pick up mags, you get shot up. So the entire time you're just doing tack reloads.
So you're moving around. So you mentioned the fitness piece. Where does this fit in?
So it's weird. I say it's weird because your max deadlift doesn't fucking matter in this because you're not able to touch anybody. Right.
Yeah. I would figure that unless you're doing that and you're doing that in a very violent,
exactly.
Situation, it doesn't matter, period.
Yeah. So things like max deadlift don't matter. Running 5 to 10 miles, that type of cardio doesn't matter. But the real, like the big aerobic base, like making sure that you at least are able to like, jog a mile, hike 10 miles, like that type of low intensity aerobic base, I noticed did help, and explosiveness helped because you need to get the fuck out of Dodge if you're getting shot at, right? So those two things I think were the biggest factors. Obviously, in order to avoid back pain, you have to have strong abs because you're doing all this kit, ballistic helmet, nods, all that kind of shit, right?
Center of gravity is definitely off, yeah.
Yeah, so you're running around with this kind of shit. But I would say that like Billy, one of the guys that we airsoft with, I think he's like 140 pounds. He's jumping into windows, like your standard like window on a house. And I look and I do explosive shit all the time, but I also didn't have knee pads. I'm wearing jeans because I like to keep it real. I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna not jump to that window because I've had enough knee issues. Yeah. So like climbing through windows, it's a thing. It's an obstacle that you should do if you're trying to breach a house the right way. If you have a team environment and you're like, okay, I'm going through the front, but it'd be nice if you fucking got in this window. So he gets far because he can jump through the window. Me, I'm always like hugging up on walls and shit because I don't want to hurt my knee.
Yeah, that's adaptation, man.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And to be honest, if I wanted to go ham again, I'd just bring the knee pads, dude. I'll just swallow my pride, even if it doesn't look cool. Cause dude, I'm not trying to hurt my fucking knees, But I would say all of us as a collective that have been training here at the gym, and not to sell the program or whatever, it's true.
It holds up.
Dude,
yeah.
We all are the same group of friends that hit the range together, but the ones that actually shoot here, they were like laughing about how much we were sweating, but also none of them were tired. None of them felt tired at all. We're just all sweating because we're moving around, but nobody felt tired. But there was one person that doesn't train with us here at the gym, that shoots with us often, that had vocalized. I don't know if he knew that I was hearing him because we're in a team environment. So we just kept covering each other, but he just kept saying, fuck, you guys go ahead. Like, I'll cover this. Like, I need a breath. I need a breather. You know what I mean? So like, it's not super high intensity. Changing directions and explosiveness matters here and there. I would say just a solid aerobic base, being able to cycle for 30 minutes or jog a mile, that type of thing. Is probably more useful, and like I said, for load bearing, probably having strong abs. Yeah,
well, the mind will go very quickly as soon as the body goes too.
Yeah,
right? I mean, your sense of self confidence, your ability to make decisions and good ones, at that, and then also a little bit of talking yourself into the next thing you might have to do, whether you're tired or not. If you physically break down, the mental's right behind it, generally speaking. So, but again, I'm not surprised by that, but it's interesting to hear your take on it because 4 hours of anything is quite a long time. Yeah. Right. So if you're running around in there and you're constantly having to regroup and get back together and kind of get your shit together, you may have a few minutes, it sounds like, to catch your breath, but we
do like 15-minute intermissions between.
Right. But that's not a long time. It's enough to get a couple sips of water, maybe cram a bar down your throat and jump back in again.
It's just water and jamming mags.
Yeah.
Using the bathroom. That's all that is. And yeah, dude, there's a couple people I don't normally shoot with that ended up being friends of one of our friends that are pure airsofters. And I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, they completely just skipped like the last game, but they stayed to hang out. So it's not like they had to leave, but these people didn't seem like they were in good physical shape.
Got it.
So for me, I'm usually a really good judge of gauging like people's fitness level when we're in the gym.
Makes sense.
Out there, it was really hard to like see like where somebody would struggle outside of just having to move with like kit. And there was a couple guys where I'm 90% sure that probably like 3 guys that were just like not having it anymore in the last round because it just was a lot.
No gas left in the tank.
Yeah.
No gas left in the tank. So build the engine.
And honestly, build the engine, and it doesn't have to be super high intensity. Let's fucking go puke mode. It's just really just, if you're able to work out for 20, 25 minutes, of like jogging, you know, steady.
Just low intensity aerobic activity is what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can get that from weight training if you're organizing yourself correctly.
Yeah. If you do it the right way,
build
definitely.
that cardiovascular capacity if you're hitting the weights right the right way and you're staying at the right intensity levels. I mean, there's science that backs all this up.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a matter of how you organize your reps and your sets and your intensity levels. Obviously the volume over time and your ability to recover from that is important, but you can absolutely get into the cardiovascular system and definitely impact that, you know, that energy system, that aerobic energy system through your basic weight training. So if you don't have it, so there's no excuse, right? If you have time, you know, when people say I don't have time, even if you had 2 days a week, you get a ton of benefit from that.
Dude, our guys here that train 2 to 3 days a week, man, I don't know what they look like airsofting before training here with me, but like, dude, they look like fucking studs out there. I was like trying to figure out where their holes were before this because none of them look bad, tired, slow, none of that. We all sweat because we're all moving around in kit, but I mean,
yeah, sweat doesn't mean you're working hard.
No, dude.
I mean,
we were all chilling. Like we were all like very focused and like talking about what did we do wrong here? Like nobody was tired.
Yeah, sweat just means you have an effective cooling system.
Yeah.
Right? You know, or it can mean that. It can also mean you're painfully out of shape, you know, and your body's really overworked and overheated and all those things. But I hear what you're saying.